So hi there, welcome to Boxing Media Hub, proudly in partnership with Falcon Contracting and Jam's Boxing Chat. And I am absolutely delighted to be joined by a legend, 29 professional fights from America, Mr. Trevor McCumby. How are you, big man?
Doing great, man. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, mate, it's an absolute pleasure, mate. After watching that Caleb Plant fight, honestly, mate, you stole our hearts over here in the UK. Genuinely, you stole our hearts, mate. I'm also delighted to have Mr. Neutral joining me to co-host this interview, as I was too excited to do it on my ones. So, Mr. Neutral, how are you, my brother?
I'm very well, thank you, Jams, and it's an absolute honor and pleasure for me to be on your show tonight, especially with Trevor. I mean, you done the watch along, mate. I was a fan. I'll tell you, but we'll get into that in a minute.
Definitely, definitely. So I'm going to start with Trevor. What got you into boxing, my man? Because you're clearly a fucking fighting man. Excuse my language. You're clearly a fighting man. What got you into this game?
Hey, thank you, man. Yeah, my dad got me into boxing at 7. He actually lied about my age. Had my
Red dot.
first fight when I was 7. You know, uh, under USA Boxing, you need to be 8, and he lied about my age and got me in there. And I had about 138. Well, I was 138 and 11 as an amateur. Cameron
See,
Duncan called me as an amateur, and after I won the under 19, was gonna represent the United States in the Youth Olympics in Azerbaijan, and ended up turning pro instead. So it's kind of how it all went down. At 17, I turned pro.
Fantastic. Yeah, your pro debut was against, I've got the name here somewhere. I've definitely wrote it down. Sharif Hayaz. Is that correct?
Sharif Hayes. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Sharif Hayes. Sorry, it sounded a lot more elegant when I read it. You knocked
Yeah.
him out, didn't you? Was it third round KO? You absolutely busted him up.
Yeah, yeah.
So it,
I gave the old college try. As an going from the amateurs to the pros. Obviously, that first fight there's a lot going on, man, and those lights, they're really bright, and people don't even realize how the heat, even the heat that the lights bring down in the ring. That's a whole nother craziness. So yeah, man, it was fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say, mate, like the enjoyment and the satisfaction you must have got from getting a knockout on your debut. That must be something you'll take forever in that heart of yours.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I think I went 9 fights with a first round knockout. Starting my pro career, so that was pretty cool.
You're like the 168 Devon Haney, mate. No, I'm joking. Sorry, that's not even funny, mate. That's not even funny. My bad. I meant to say Deontay Wilder. I told you, mate. I'm nervous. I don't know why. You make me nervous, bro. I thought it with that tash. You know what I mean? But it just makes me nervous.
I was gonna
Honestly,
say
mate.
Devin Haney, bro. Don't do me like that. I could punch
No,
way
no, I
harder than
meant
Devin
Deontay
Haney.
Wilder. Honestly, mate, my bad, my bad. I meant Deontay Wilder. He was knocking everyone out, weren't he?
No,
But
but
no,
still, is
I was
yeah.
gonna say to you, sir. I was gonna say, Caleb Plant, when you had him down in the fourth round, did you think you got him done?
I thought I had him done in the second round. If you go back and watch the fight, he was super wobbly after that left hook that I landed. Um, that I know Teddy Atlas talked about it. It could have changed the tide of the fight just by saying that it was a knockdown, but it's all good.
Would you want the run back? Would you want the run back? Sorry, before I bring you in, neutral, would you want the run back with Caleb Plant?
Yeah, I would love. Yeah, sorry, I thought you were talking neutral. Yeah, no, I would love the rematch with Caleb Plant. That'd be great. We'll see what happens. I gotta. I think personally, I need to come back and just show the people what I can do, and get another spectacular knockout, and come back. But I don't think Plant is going to go right for the rematch. He won the interim title. If I won the interim title, I don't think I would give him a rematch either. So it is what it is.
At least you're honest,
it's
brother. At least you're honest. Mr.
Yep.
Neutral, go on. You ask your question now, mate, 'cause I know you've been
I.
waiting a long time.
Well, thank you very much. Honestly, it it must have been a shock for you, obviously, when you first got that call as the late replacement. Is that right? You
Um.
had
No. For the plant fight, no. We were in negotiations actually to fight August 17th. I don't. You guys probably heard that, but I got cut, so it didn't happen. But Caleb had Caleb had a few different options for this fight, and he chose me. Um,
Right.
yeah. So
He chose you, and yet he criticised your lack of activity publicly. Uh, when you walked into that fight, can you give us a sense of like you had the opening round? Did you start feeling comfortable in that big arena in front of that big crowd? Did you start to feel like this is where I belong?
yeah, I mean, that's where I've always belonged. I've always belonged under pressure, under the clutch circumstances. Even in the amateurs, when I fought Jerry Odom in the finals of the under 19. No one thought that I was gonna dominate the way that I did. I beat him 19-5 in the finals, and people were amazed. So I think that's why I got called by Cameron Duncan. But yeah, when I get under those lights, I don't know. For me anyway, I know I would imagine a lot of other fighters, those blinders kind of come on, and
Yeah,
it's
the
just
blinkers.
it's just yeah, it's just another fight. It's just another sparring session essentially. If you really are what you are, then you just go and do your thing.
And sorry, Judge, just before I go back to you, um, we were saying in commentary uh, just how comfortable you were looking, and at one point you were really enjoying yourself in there. I get the fact that Caleb was a bit of showboat, and then you did, and I was like, "Go on, son, that's what I love to see." And that's along with your style. We've done a little bit of background on you. You're obviously a God-fearing man. I mean, and that's just what we love about you. You're a very down-to-earth sort of guy. And you went in there with a big name like Caleb Plant. And I'll tell you what, you absolutely stole the show for me because I can see good things happening for you, Mr. McCumby. And I would love to see, if not Caleb Plant in a rematch, which you're quite right. I think he's looking at other things, but your time will come, and that rematch will definitely be in the future. You're young enough, you're hard enough, you've got the mentality, and it was a great, great watch. And I'm pretty sure the Turkey Al Sheikh was very impressed with you, and I would imagine he would love for you, Mr. Cumby, to be on one of his shows.
Mr. Neutral, man, thank you, bro. Like, honestly, my whole career, even in, like I said, even in the amateurs, I've been looked down upon, and I wanted so badly to get this fight. I wanted to have something that I can go, hey guys, look at me. I can I'm one of the top dogs in the division.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
let me show you guys, because like
and
nobody
you
thought
did.
nobody thought that I was that guy. So,
Especially when
man,
you put him down. People are like, what? This guy's come from nowhere. Nobody knows about it. This was a one-sided affair, one horse. I was like, no, this guy's got a knockout ratio you've got to look at. And oh, lo and behold, you shocked the world and had
yeah.
Caleb Platt fans and his connections really, really worried. But, I have to ask the question, Trevor. Was it a case that was it a one shot thing that started to go downhill for you, or was it a cumulative thing? What happened?
Yeah, it was a bit of a cumulative thing. He was throwing great body shots, as I mean, you go back and watch the
Did
tape. He was
see them,
throwing
yeah,
he was throwing good body shots. You know, I as an experienced pro, I just showed my game face and was like, no, that ain't doing nothing to me. Yeah, I
yeah,
think I think it got to me a little bit. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, he doesn't punch, as he doesn't punch very hard, but it was accumulation. And he's smart.
yeah.
He knows how to place his
That's what it
shots.
was for me. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he
because
knows
he
how to
started to have
place.
success
Yep.
around five and six.
Yep. I
Uh,
uh I dropped all my sparring partners in camp. I was sparring with solid guys, and you know, I knew I was like, if I catch him, he'll be done. But you know, when it got later on in the fight, I had been working that in sparring. You can hear my trainer Brandon Woods say, "Hey, get off the ropes, get off the ropes, get
Yeah,
off the ropes, get
yeah,
off the
yeah, yeah,
ropes." And you know, I felt like I was having a little success countering. I'm pretty good at countering on the ropes, so I wanted him to
yeah.
kind of
But
I wanted him to blow his load a little bit, and it kind of backfired on me. I should have got on my legs and kept moving, just kept my distance and got that good range on my shots. But you know, it's it really is all learning experience.
yeah,
I have a lot of experience, but I haven't had a lot of experience after those 8 rounds. So
yeah,
even that for myself is a victory for me, where I'm like, man, I know I can do this. I know that I can hang with the best. I know that I can definitely tweak a few things, come back and be even better. So
absolutely. I can see that. I can see that within you, and I was very impressed with your overall performance because not many were giving you a hell's chance that lasted 5 rounds, and it was a hell of a performance. Thank you,
thank you.
Jams.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, Mr. Neutral. Yeah, I was going to ask you, are you of Irish heritage with a name like McCumby? There's got to be some sort of Irish heritage there.
Yep.
Yep,
Yeah.
okay.
I
That
was
was all
hoping
I
it
was
was
going to ask you first
Scottish.
question. Can I ask you a
As
more
people
difficult question? And I don't mean to offend, not in the slightest. But in 2016, when you fought Donovan George, what was the situation with that? You don't have to say if you can't say or you don't want to say, of course. I'm just asking because that's what people have asked me to ask.
No, I'm transparent. I've talked about it. But yeah, so 2016 I was using a multivitamin through uh the company Gaspari, and didn't keep the I didn't keep the bottle, just like you drink an energy drink, you
Ah,
just
right.
throw it away,
Yeah, who does? Who does?
and that was it.
Decoration purposes.
Yeah, so I I had really high quality lawyers, but I don't know, even at the time I felt like they weren't even on my side. They thought that I was a juice head and this and that. So all I can say is I never intentionally did it. On God, I'm a godly man. Like I never intentionally took steroids, and that's it. So
You
what's
fell
what's
victim
great?
to the industry, as I like to call it, Trevor. And you're not the first, you won't be the last, because
Yeah.
there's just no real regulations in place other than what we have right now. And you have my utmost sympathy because there's plenty of other boxers who've gone on with these vitamins and
One of them
supplements and
fights
stuff.
tonight, Mr. Neutral. Alicia Baumgartner. She's
Yeah, and
fighting tonight.
Absolutely.
They never
Absolutely,
explained a
Jams.
word of what she
But the
did. At
thing
least
is,
Trevor's one of the
Trevor,
ones to come out and say what's going on.
exactly. And the thing is, Trevor, you've come out and you've done your time, and that's it. Total rehabilitation, as it were,
Yeah.
if it was ever needed in the first place. But as far we know who is and we know who isn't.
What do you
There's
think to this one,
Yeah.
Trevor? Miguel Topar has said McCumby versus Berlanga next. How would you feel about
oof,
that?
oof.
Oh, tremendous fight. I mean, you guys are already just salivating at the mouth. I mean, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah,
I'm telling
yeah,
you,
That's a beautiful. It's a
yeah,
beautiful,
let's do
beautiful
it.
fight. You
Oh,
really
have,
is,
God.
really
you have,
is.
Especially
you
on a
have.
turkey card. Oh, mate, that's
That'd
oh
sell
man,
millions
oh
of pay
that
per views.
filthy fight. I love it.
Puncher,
I love
puncher.
it.
Let's go.
Let's go. Two big punches. And
Definitely.
your left hook is I've just got to highlight this to the fans over in the UK. Your left hook is very impressive. It's a weapon, and I love it. And yeah, it's that southpaw style of yours. I can see the problems it caused Caleb that night. And mate, fantastic. Can't wait to see you again next. Let's hope, Jams. Let's hope it's a Berlanga because this man deserves it.
And if not Berlanga, let's hope it's in the UK. Come over here, fight some of the guys
Oh,
over here, man. There's a Chris Eubank
imagine.
Jr. who could move up
Man.
168. Come and knock
Hey,
that
so
clown out and show him what's what.
I always say I love the Mexican fan base, but I gotta say the second best is the UK. You guys show out, and you love boxing, and I love
Oh
that.
man, live and breathe it,
Every
mate.
time,
We're up
Trevor.
till
Every time, brother. Every time.
there's only me and them in the UK up till 8 o'clock in the morning, still going strong in it, Jams. When it
You know
comes
it,
to
mate.
boxing,
Oh
We're still hitting them American spaces at 10 a.m.
yeah, and
sometimes.
they're
You
like,
know what
"What
I
are you
mean?
doing?"
man,
But
I would love to come over there and fight.
Oh,
Man,
mate,
I'd
we'd
love to
love
put
to
on a
have
uh,
you,
show.
Trevor. We'd
you'd
love
be
to
well
have you,
looked
mate.
after,
You'd be
sir.
a revelation for the British scene because you are the
They
type of
love
guy
you.
we get behind. You've got that
Great and
fighting
hot.
style, that absolute all-out, don't give a fuck, I'm going to fight you to the death no matter what kind of style. And that's
You
what we
behave
love over here,
yourself,
brother. Honest to
mate.
God, mate.
Trev, honestly, God, can't wait to see you. And
You'd sell
again,
out an arena over here, mate. You'd
you're
sell out an
young.
arena.
You're 27 years of age. Is that right? 27.
I just turned 32.
32,
Oh
32.
my God, I'm 5 years out. You've just turned
Hey,
32. I've just
thank
done
you,
him a
bro. Thank
favor
you.
there. Hey, feels good now.
Yeah,
Now,
that's it, mate. I
32
made the
years
Devin
old.
Haney one instead of Deontay
That's
Wilder. I
it.
think
Do
Garfield, mate. I
you
was so
feel?
nervous meeting him because he was so impressed with his performance. I come out with Devin bloody Haney.
Hey,
Bloody hell, mate.
what's crazy is my last fight when I fought Chris Pearson, he actually reached out to me. He was like, "Hey, bro, like you have the goods," and Chris Pearson was a great prospect. Coming up, he was the next that next guy. So, and I have a lot of respect for him. He has a lot of experience. So yeah, he told me, he goes, "Man, I don't know what it is, but like you still have that youthfulness about you. You have that
Yeah, you
springiness,
don't look your
that
age
thing."
at all.
Yeah,
And
because
I was,
Yeah.
I
I
was
thought
going to
you were about
say,
23. I thought, especially
yeah.
that porn star tash, I thought he's 23,
Oh,
24, man.
mate,
He's
that's
rocking it. You
Ash.
know what I mean?
That's rock and roll, mate.
I
That is
really
rock
did. I
and
thought
roll.
23, 24, an up and comer. Then I obviously looked into you a bit more and realised, bloody hell, man, he's a geezer.
Ah,
He's not just
but
some
here's the
joker
thing,
coming
Jams.
through.
Here's the thing,
The
Mr.
real
McCumby.
deal.
Mr. McCumby is what we call a lightly raced. Yeah, 27 fights. How many have ever gone the distance in his
21
wins?
knockouts.
You know,
21 knockouts.
that's what I call lightly raced. You're not overworked. You've had one hard fight, as far as I'm concerned, having watched you back.
Yep.
And he could have won
You've
that in the fourth, to be
you've
fair.
dealt with, yeah. And do you feel that you were one, maybe two punches away from winning that?
I think one.
I do. Even after that, that second round, man, I felt like, if the bell wouldn't have saved him, he would have been in very much
Said
trouble.
that,
He would have,
Jams.
but,
Yeah. We
but
did the live
guys,
watch along, Trevor. We were going mad for that. Come on, Trevor, come on. Fucking knock him out. Knock him
yeah, but
out.
guys, at the end of the day, hey, like,
Use the language.
it's a long fight. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So I gotta give props to Plant. He did his thing, but
Obviously.
I will be back. We're gonna come, just work on a few things and look at what we did wrong, look what we did right, and come back. But yeah, at the end of the day, I was in the fight big time, and you know,
You were more than in it. You were more than in it. At one point, you were
thank you.
winning.
Yeah,
Uh,
Jaguar Paul says Trevor stops Berlanga.
that's
Adam
what I'm
Lally,
talking
still
about.
young enough. And
That's what
then
I'm talking
Jenny,
about.
big up Jenny. Thank you for coming through,
Big
sweetie.
up,
She said
Jenny.
McCumby stops Berlanga. So there you go,
And
mate. So people
Jaguar
are
Paul says
thinking,
the same. Big up,
you're going to
Jaguar.
do Berlanga. You're going to do
Adam
Berlanga.
Holly
So is
in
that
the
what we
house.
must see
Big up,
next?
Adam.
Might stick a cheeky tenner on that,
That's what I
and
mean, Trevor.
McCumby to knock
The
out
fans,
Berlanga. Let's get it
the
done.
fans love you. Very impressed with
that'd
with
be
with
a
uh, your showing.
that'd be a pretty easy fight to make. We both have connections with Pro Box, so I think it's a pretty easy fight to make. I know his trainer really well. His trainer's a great, great guy, Mark. Really good dude. I like him a lot. Um, you know, I think it would be a great fight. There's no animosity with Berlanga, but hey, man, if we're gonna make a war, we're gonna make a Gotti Ward. Let's do it.
That's it. If it makes money, it makes sense, bro, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Belanga's now a star. There's no two ways about it. And you as a rising US star, it's just going to make that a great fight. Jams for me. I know what I'm talking
I
about.
agree. I
Boxing.
agree, mate. I
I'm
agree.
the UK's foremost connoisseur.
He is. Mr. Neutral likes an underdog, mate, so he already picked you before the fight.
Had you
man,
winning that,
let's
mate? I had money
He
on
had you
you.
winning it before you even fought. You know what I mean? He knew. Everyone else was saying plan. Neutral was sticking by McCumby every time, and he was very nearly right.
Man, I
Nearly. I said I was nearly there. But, mate,
trust me.
just to meet you is an absolute pleasure and an honour.
Oh
It
man,
has been a pleasure.
man,
Thank
the
you so
pleasure.
much for your time, Trevor, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure to meet you. I'm sorry about my faux pas earlier, calling you Devin Hooley when I meant to say Deontay Wilder with the knockouts.
Hey,
That's
it's all
because I
good.
was so nervous, mate. Honestly, I don't know what happened, mate. Because you're such a legend, you know what I mean? You're such a
Starstruck.
It's
gentleman
all
and a
good.
legend to me. I love it.
Hey,
I really do.
Devin's still a good fighter, so it's all
Oh,
good.
yeah, I've
Oh,
got
he's
a
a
lot of love for
cracking
Devin, but
fighter,
he's not a
Des.
knockout specialist like yourself.
He's just going for some extra cash. Good on
That was
him.
the worst
Let's
thing I could
go.
have said. You know what I mean? Just came out wrong. I was so nervous,
Aye,
mate. I don't know why. I've never been nervous. I've interviewed hundreds of
aye.
boxers, never been nervous. You just made me
Yeah,
nervous,
come
bro.
on. Come on. And the
I don't
fans
know.
love you, Trevor. The fans
That's
love you.
it,
I
mate.
guarantee it. We had, I mean, a few hundred watching, and yeah, we were yeah.
Good.
But that fight, it was amazing, amazing. It was my fight of the night, I have to say.
Oh, it stole the show, mate. It stole the
Oh,
show
Oh
for
man,
sure.
absolutely, absolutely.
Definitely.
that
Well,
makes
Mr.
me.
Neutral, unless you've got
Yeah.
anything else to ask Trevor, we can wrap it up and let the man go and do. I bet he's got better things to do than chat for the likes of me and you. So, unless you've got anything else you want to ask him, brother.
I want to know what he's having for his dinner tonight.
Dinner tonight. I haven't even really thought about it, to be honest with you. Probably some chicken and asparagus.
Sounds
There you
amazing.
Just some easy,
go.
something easy,
Fair
you know.
play.
I
There
gotta
you
stay in
go.
shape. That way, I'm ready for Berlanga.
Good
Always.
man. We'll be
And
tuning in
Trevor,
when you do go and knock Berlanga out, brother. We'll be there. We'll be cheering on Team McCumby all the way. Thank you so much for coming through, Trevor. You're a gentleman. I wish you nothing but success in the future. God bless you, mate. And thank you to everyone who tuned in. Hit the like, share, and subscribe
no
button
mercy,
and follow
Trevor.
Trevor
No
on all his
mercy next
socials.
time.
There
Hey,
you
God,
go. And never, ever back down from a fight. God
stay
bless,
That's
tenacious.
Trevor.
it.
God bless, Mr. Neutral.
Stay tenacious. Hey, I love that hat, man. God bless you guys.
Amen, my brother. Take care.
All right,
Take
guys.
care.